It's 6 p.m. I've technically logged off for the day, but my brain is still running a million miles an hour. Does that sound familiar to you? I used to feel like this every single evening. Just a chaotic mess of leftover work stress and a mental to-do list for tomorrow, and that never seemed to end. My shoulders were always tight, my mind was always racing, and I would just fall into bed feeling completely drained, only to wake up already feeling behind the next morning. But then I discovered a simple 15-minute reset that completely changed the game for me. It's what takes me from that feeling of chaos to a state of calm and control, and it helps me wake up feeling refreshed and actually ready for the day. And tonight I'm going to walk you through exactly how I do it. I promise this isn't about adding more overwhelming chores to your plate. It's about a short, intentional routine that gives you back way more time and energy than it takes you. It's my non-negotiable secret weapon against burnout, and it all happens in just 15 minutes. Part 1 of the routine is the hard stop and practical preparation. The most important part of this whole thing is what I call the hard stop. This is the moment I truly and consciously decide the workday is over. No more checking emails on my phone, or definitely no more replaying that one stressful meeting in my head. To really mark this transition, I do something physical. I close my laptop, or I tidy the papers on my desk in a neat pile, and definitely I turn off my work notifications. This is my signal for me. I'm shifting from work mode to me mode. Okay, now the timer starts. The first 8 minutes are all about what I call the practical prep. And I know it might sound like more work, but I promise you this is all about making your life, especially your morning, so much easier. Step 1. The high traffic tidy. So first up, I tackle the high traffic areas like the kitchen counter or the living room coffee table. Because let's be honest, this is where clutter seems to multiply. And important, I'm not deep cleaning here. I'm just clearing the visual noise. Stray mugs go in the dishwasher, mail gets put in its spot, and pillows get fluffed. Yeah? The mental payoff for this is huge. A cluttered space can make our minds feel just as cluttered and as stressed. So by creating a visual calm space, you're not just tidying your home, you're tidying your mind. And when you wake up to a clean and orderly space, sets such a peaceful tone for the next day, instead of starting it with a jolt of stress. Step 2 is the next day head start. So next, I spend just a couple of minutes getting rid of tomorrow morning's decision. I'll do a quick weather check and lay out my clothes, and also make sure my bag is packed and ready to go with my laptop and my notebook and keys and whatever I need. And also if you have kids, this is the perfect time to get their clothes or school bags ready by the door. This step helps reduce what experts call the so-called decision fatigue. We all have a limited amount of mental energy for making choices each day. And by handling these small decisions in the night before, I'm saving my best brain power for more important things the next day. It completely prevents the frantic morning scramble, which saves so much time and energy. Finally, I do a super quick kitchen reset. I wipe down the counters, make sure the dishwasher is going, and, this is key, I set up the coffee maker. Seriously, waking up to the smell of coffee already brewing in your kitchen is one of those small luxuries that makes my morning feel so much gentler. And again, this isn't about scrubbing floors, it's just about closing down the kitchen for the night. It's like a final practical step, and it creates a sense of completion that lets my mind really start to relax. And just like that, 8 minutes are up, the practical stuff is done, the house is ready and calm, and my future self is already thanking me. Before we get now to the really relaxing part of this routine, I'd love to hear from you. What's the one thing in your evening that creates the most chaos? Is it the messy kitchen, or is it thinking about the next day's to-do list, or is it something totally else? Let me know in the comments. It's always so helpful to know from me we're not alone in these struggles. And the second part is self-care wind down. And this is actually the best part of the routine. These next 7 minutes are all about shifting from doing to just being. And this is where the real magic happens for me. So first of all, I do something which is called a digital sunset. And this is a very non-negotiable step. The first thing I do is put my phone away. And I don't just mean placing it face down on the table next to me. I mean I'm putting it on the charger across the room for the night. For me, this is non-negotiable because the blue light from our screens can seriously interfere with our body's production of melatonin. And melatonin is the hormone that tells us it's time to sleep. So using your phone right before bed keeps your brain wired and alert. And so it makes it way harder to fall asleep and also to get a good quality of sleep. Plus, the endless scrolling and notifications can feed stress and anxiety, which is the exact opposite of what we're going to do here. So, creating this digital sunset at least 1 hour before you really want to go to sleep is a powerful signal to your brain it's time to rest. And then, last but not least, we have the mindful moment. So, with my phone out of sight, I use the next 5 minutes for a mindful activity. For me, that's almost always journaling. I do what I call a brain dump. I just write down everything that's swirling around my head, any leftover worries, tasks I need to remember, or even just reflections of the day. Because it really helps me getting these thoughts out of my head onto a paper, and this helps me release the ultimate power of captivating me. And I find this really helps me process the day and also stops me from taking my worries to bed. And so for many people, journaling can help reduce this kind of mental clutter that keeps us awake at night. And this ultimately leads to a better sleep. But if journaling isn't your thing, this could be 5 minutes of reading or some gentle stretching or a meditation. The goal is just to pick a quiet, screen-free activity that really calms your mind. And then the final 2 minutes are for a little sensory ritual that signals the end of my reset and the official start of my evening relaxation. And this is all about using the senses to ground myself in the present. So, for that, I make a warm cup of tea, something caffeine-free like chamomile or peppermint, and the warmth from the mug and the calming of the smell are instantly soothing. And while the tea is sitting there, I just do a simple skincare routine. Nothing complicated, not like a 10-step process. It's just about the gentle act of washing my face and putting on moisturizer, and it feels like I'm actually washing the day's stress away. Another great opportunity, by the way, is to light a candle with a relaxing scent like lavender or something. And this small act of self-care is such a powerful cue to my body and my mind that the day is done and it's time to rest. And that's it. 15 minutes timer goes off. In that short amount of time, I've gone from feeling frazzled with mental clutter to feeling calm and prepared for the next day. My space is tidy, my mind is clearer, and I'm actually ready to enjoy my evening before getting a good night of sleep. So let's be honest, this routine isn't about being perfect. Life is messy and some nights are way more hectic than others. The goal here is the consistency, not perfection, okay? Even doing a quick 5-minute version of this is so much better than doing nothing. The magic is in the habit of showing up for yourself, even for just a few moments each evening. So this simple 15-minute investment has paid me back so much in the form of less stress, better sleep, and smoother, more peaceful mornings. And also it helped me to reclaim my evenings and build a real boundary between my work life and my personal life. I really hope this gives you a starting point to create your own evening reset. And remember, you can totally customize this to fit your life and what you need. The important thing is to blend that practical prep with some genuinely self-care. And if you found this helpful, I would love for you to subscribe for more tips on making life a little less chaotic. And please share in the comments one small thing you're going to try in your evening routine this week. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to calmer evenings and brighter mornings.